Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Oh, before you start commenting, I know some of you already started typing the hat, and I know who you're going to say I look like, and I get it all the time. Samuel L. Jackson, right? When I'm out and I have my hat like this, and I wear it like this when I'm in my car with the roof down, because if I have it the other way around, the cap blows off. People think I look like Samuel L. Jackson. In fact, stand by. As if proof was needed. It's like we were separated at birth, right? Obviously, except he's old enough to be my dad. Anyway, back to the video. By the way, guys, if you're interested in getting a hat like mine, the stall next to the Opticians where I get my glasses from, it's his brother. He sells clothes and stuff like that. This is a genuine Furbury. So go down and check it out. They've got loads of different designs. Anyway, this video, as I mentioned before, is going to have to be 10 minutes long, just to see if we get adverts in the middle. So the first person that comments, can you tell me if there's adverts or not? You don't all have to say that, but just the first comment, if you can say if there were adverts in the middle. So this is going to be a long one. Oh, I've tried this so many times and I giggle. I'm like a child. Anyway, so yeah, this is going to be a longer video, 10 minutes, but please bear with me. I need to mention my favourite YouTube channel, The Mindful Motorcyclist, Sean and Susie. Sean has just been given a long-term, well, not long-term, I think he's had it for a week. It's a Chinese 300cc V-twin, no less, cruiser. Go over and check it out. I think it looks absolutely brilliant, but I know a lot of you don't like Chinese motorbikes, but go and have a look at it. It's a bit small for me, if I'm honest with you. I'm too big for a bike like that, but it looks really good, and yeah, go and check it out. And Sean, I need to say to you, mate, you mentioned in that video, or implied, that Susie might have a large rear end. Mate, if she's got a large rear end, I'm Pete Townsend. Anyway, before I start about the subject of this video, Tuesday night I was riding back from work. I work in London and I live in Kent, and I always commute in on the bikes, obviously not both of them at the same time, either one. And on Tuesday night I was behind a woman riding a Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 in the Baker Express colourway. It looked amazing, but she'd had the seat customized, and it was like a suede cross quilted seat in tan and matching grips and an aftermarket exhaust, so it sounded amazing, looked incredible. Honestly, just those changes made that bike look really, really good. And she was dressed in a vintage tight leather jacket, tight jeans, oversized boots, you know the look. She looked really cool. Anyway, I was behind her and got to the traffic lights, and she'd already stopped, and I shouted over to her. She was looking the other way. I shouted over to her, "You look really cool on that." And as she turned around, I thought, she's got a beard. And she was a he. What the... Honestly, from behind, my lord, he looked like a woman. He really, really did. I was shocked. And because I was in shock, and because I never think before I speak, I think I've mentioned that before, if I'd just left it there, it'd have been fine. But because I was in shock, I then said to him, oh, sorry, mate, I thought you were a girl. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I don't know if he heard me. He smiled or growled. I don't know which it was, but the lights changed and I was gone. But honestly, from behind, he looked like a woman. And I know what they look like. In fact, do you remember... Maybe I don't know what they look like. Do you remember a film back in the early 90s called The Crying Game? If you haven't seen that film, watch it. Don't Google it because of the twist. Watch it, and if you have seen it, you'll know exactly what I'm about to say. So this film was out in the early 90s. It's got Forrest Whitaker in it, brilliant actor, and I saw the posters, the billboards up for it before it came out, and the character in it called Dill, that name will be forever embedded in my brain, looked exactly like my girlfriend at the time. And I mean, really, really alike. And even she admitted, yeah, I can see why you'd think that. So I said, let's go and see it. So we went to the cinema. For the first half of the film, I was literally drooling over this Dill character. And for the second half of the film, I spent trying to avoid the glaring looks, confused glaring looks from my girlfriend. And that's the kind of feeling I had when I realised that the rider was actually a guy. Except obviously this guy was fully clothed on the bike. If you haven't seen the film, watch it. Anyway, I digress. Let's talk about the real reason for this video, and that is I got, what, 3 or 4 videos ago, I sort of was interested in finding out how much the Super Meteor was worth part exchange. And one of you guys recommended a place that did good deals on part exchange, so I emailed them and they offered me £5,400 for Tallulah, my Super Meteor 650, which we all agreed was a pretty good price. I then started to get curious, and I wondered how much they would give me for Charlie. Before you say anything, it was just curiosity, and I know what that did to the cat, but I'm not a cat. So I emailed them with all the information about Charlie, the mileage, I'm the second owner, 2022. What do you think they came back with as a part exchange price? So he's a year and a bit old. He's got 1,300 miles on him. He's had his first service, obviously. He's in immaculate condition, I'd say. I'm the second owner. What would you think they would give me part exchange? In fact, I'd forget that, because I know when I watch a video and someone says stop the video and guess how much it cost or whatever, I never do that. I watch it all the way through and then pretend that I've stopped it so I get it right. And I guess that's what you do too. So don't guess. I'll tell you. It was £2,750. Now, I kind of thought it would be less than that. I was kind of imagining, you can't find a private seller selling a Classic 350 as of today on any website that I've looked at. That might have changed and you're going to prove me wrong, but they're not common, as in the private sellers tend to either part X them, I guess, or hang on to them. But there are a lot of dealers selling second-hand Classic 350s, and the starting price for a 2022 reg is about £3,500. So I was guessing maybe 2.5. Do they make £1,000 a bike? I don't know. But so £2,750 I thought actually was, I mean, a reasonable part exchange. To me, Charlie is worth, he's almost priceless. You can't, when I think to myself, I paid £3,200 for that bike, and the amount of joy it gives me and the soul that it has, it still shocks me that he was only £3,200. I'm saying only in comparison to other motorbikes. I know it's still £3,200. So no amount of money really would make me part with Charlie. Maybe the only way I would was if someone said I've got a Signals 350 and I would prefer a Halcyon green one. I might do a deal then, but I would never be without a Classic 350. I really do love the Signals though. Either colour, they look amazing. Or alternatively, I ride all the way up to see Bruce, Coast Rider Scotland, and get him to paint mine. Bruce, can you do that for me, please? So yeah, what do you think, guys? I mean, it's irrelevant. Wouldn't even think about it. And if someone came along and offered me £3,500 cash, I'd say no. So it was irrelevant, but it might be interesting to you guys if you're looking for a Classic 350 or thinking of selling your Classic 350. Definitely try and sell it privately first, I would suggest. So thank you guys. I'm almost on 10 minutes, and the next video I'm going to do, I'm definitely going to get the dancing girls in. Bearing in mind they're 80 and 82, okay, so don't expect too much. But what I thought, I might get them in on Naked Tuesdays. It would bring YouTube to their knees, honestly, and the dancing girls as well. So yeah, I'll do another video probably on Sunday. But thank you so much for listening, guys. And don't forget, please tell me, because it's now 10 minutes, if there is an advert in the middle. Have a great week, guys, and ride safe.